chapter 11. Oh, wait, before we go there, I wanted to prove. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse, it should be 26 and 20. Read 26 through 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 26. Behold, I set before ye this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if they obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
Stop. So today, bro, today is your day. Today you're presented with a blessing and a cursing. Okay? What do you want? The blessing, right? Read on 27 again.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments.
So if you obey the commandments of God, you're going to get blessed. And what? I'm going to
and a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord thy God.
So, and you'll get a curse if you don't accept the commandments of God. Okay? Before we get into the blessings, I want to show you some curses to identify the Israelites. Okay? Go on. Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Remember before it said blessing and a cursing, right? So this is the cursing. If we broke the commandments of God, we will get cursed. I'm going to give you some curses. Get on 16. Give me 16.
Cursed shall thy be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
So cursed shall thou be in the city. What city is this talking about? Where the Israelites were going to dwell. Where do the Israelites dwell today? The so-called Mexicans, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Where do we dwell today? Where do we live? In the ghettos, right? In the poorest areas. In East LA, we have the projects over there. The gang over there is called the Haslams. And they afflict their people. They're over their own people. They destroy them. They sell drugs to them. They're gangbanging, shooting random people at times. Over here in South Central, we have other gangs out here. We have MS. We have 18th Street. We have the Bloods and the Crips. And out here, we're killing our own people. Blacks on blacks. Blacks killing Latinos. Latinos killing blacks. And this was a prophecy. This is what we were going to be cursed in the streets.
That's right.
And what else was going to happen to us? Jails. Who fills up the jail cells today? You ever been to jail? God forbid you ever go there, brother. Okay? Some of us, we have been to jail. Just like Peter. Okay? A lot of the disciples went to jails.
That's right.
And I'm going to give a testimony of myself. I've been to jail, brother, before this truth. When I was living ungodly, okay? That was a cursing that I got for breaking the commandments of God. Okay? And I deserved it. And I thank God that nothing else worse happened to me. And that he woke me up. And now I'm teaching you this, brother. Now I'm teaching the brothers out here this. And the sisters that are walking by. Lord's will, they hearken onto this and they look at it in the internet and they find the truth. But for now, I'm speaking to you, okay, brother? So, when I was in jail, who filled up the jail cells? Blacks and Hispanics.
That's right.
Thousands of us in the jail cells, bro. And how much money do they make off of us? Being in them jails. Millions. It's $1 million business.
You better know.
Because one goes in, one goes out, 5 go in. 5 go out, 10 go in. It's rotating doors. They release thousands a day, hundreds a day. But guess what? Hundreds are going back in.
Okay, no.
It's a never-ending story. Okay? And that's prophecy. Give me Isaiah 42. It should be like 22 hours. We're going to show you that's prophecy. Because we're going to be cursed in the streets. Check this out. Because the Bible is prophecy. Okay? Pay attention.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
So our people are robbed and spoiled. How would we rob? We were robbed by nationality.
That's right.
Our land, our heritage. We don't know nothing about this Bible. We don't know nothing about ourselves. Your culture, Mexican culture, what is it? Salsa and boots and sombreros and some tight pants. You know what I'm saying? And norteña music and all that. Is that your culture? Is that a culture to be proud of? That's not a culture to be proud of, brother.
Okay.
We are a destroyed people.
That's right.
You think these other nations want to be like us? They do not want to be like us, bro. That's how you don't see no damn white man walking around trying to look like us. And if they do, they're dumb as hell. They're confused that they want to come and be like us. That's how their own people look at them with shame, like, how do you want to be like them? White people are on top right now. So when you see white people on the bottom, laugh at them. Because that's a two-time loser. Okay? Because they're gonna be a loser at this time when this is their heaven, and they're gonna be a loser when it's our time to reign.
That's
Our
right.
time to rule this earth. They're gonna be under us. Understand that? Okay, go ahead.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
We're spoiled. Look at us. Look at what they do. Look at how spoiled we are. This is freedom to come into a fair and let your kids run around, and then they go home, go back to school, and be done. What do they learn from this? What do our children learn from this? Nothing, right? Gimme, 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 gimme. That's what they learn. They're
That's
spoiled.
right.
Bro,
They are all them snared in holes.
they're snared in holes. What are the holes? Jail cells. When you go to jail, it's literally a hole in the wall. You got a cot. They say, what you get in jail? It's like 3 hots, a cot, and a toilet. That's how you get in jail. And a shower, if you shower. But when I was in jail, we would get showers every 3 days because of how many prisoners are in there. You think that's a way to live? That's how. But we're so clean that we would literally take bird baths in the prisons. We would get the water from the sink and take a shower like that because we don't like being dirty. We're not a dirty people, but we've been so robbed and spoiled that we've been destroyed that we don't take care of ourselves. We was a glorious people, but now look at us. Our women walking around looking like prostitutes. If my wife will come out here dressed in a little miniskirt, I would go bananas. Why? Because all the men will be looking at her. If my wife will come out here wearing tight pants, little shorts,
Bring it out.
or my daughter walking around looking like a prostitute, I would go bananas because there'll be so many other men looking at them, lusting after them. That's why a lot of our sisters get what? Raped? They get, I'm gonna talk to you, sister. Yeah, man, I really like you. I wanna be with you forever. Have sex with them, leave them with a baby, and then leave. That's what happens to our sisters. Because we're robbed, we're spoiled, man. Go on.
And they are hid in prison houses.
We're hid in prison houses because of a lot of brothers and sisters. They get thrown in jail and they didn't do anything. I was actually a victim of that, but I see it in a spiritual level because I know God did that to me for all the iniquities that I was doing while living in my life.
Bring it up.
Okay? Because I was out there in the clubs. I was a whoremonger.
That's right.
I was smoking weed, okay? I was a drunk. I was a lot of things according to the Most High God, okay? I was ungodly, and he put these curses on me specifically, I'm talking about myself, to change me, to humble me, and look at where I am now, teaching you, brother, the laws, teaching you your heritage. I would not have been doing this in the world. I would be right here along with all these other people, probably trying to get at another girl. You understand that? With a wife at the house, with my kids in the house, I'll probably be out here with my homeboys.
Bring it up.
Smoking weed, getting drunk, hollering at all the girls. That's what I would be doing. But guess what? The Most High got me now. And this is my service to the Most High God. Okay? All the brothers are here doing a service, brother. Okay? Now keep on going.
They are for a prey and none delivereth.
You're not getting delivered. Okay? The brown berets. The what was the Puerto Rican brothers?
Young Lords.
The young lords. What was the Judites? The Black Panthers. Weren't they trying to rise up and take their people out of the conditions that we're in?
That's right.
What happened to them? Do you see them here today? Are they out here teaching? They're not doing nothing. And if they do gather together, it's just a house party. Let's talk about revolution, but let's just barbecue and kick it. Hey, that's all we do. We're a joke to these other nations.
I gotta sit back
We're a
down.
joke to the Most High God right now. But guess what? He's raising us up to teach you, brother. Okay?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shall thy be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
When you get a job, who are the first ones that get hired for the real good jobs? For the real good jobs. White people, Chinese people, you understand? So, and what jobs do we get left with? Warehouse jobs, and even when you go and pay, right? They get paid maybe a nice amount of money a week, but you still have to pay taxes. You get paid in cash. And what does that do? Now you're evading taxes. And if they catch you, what's going to happen to you? You're going to go to jail for tax evasion. And you got to pay a fine. Do you want that to happen? So, no. But we're led to those jobs because we can't get no other jobs.
That's right.
We're in the warehouses getting paid what? Minimum wage? Maybe they're raising it up by $1, $2, but guess what? Everything else is getting raised up. The taxes on everything. Everything is getting raised up. So we're really living to survive. I'm dying to live. You don't feel that way when you're at work and you come back home and you see your family and you barely can make it. We're dying to live, brother. We're dying to survive out here.
That's right.
But this is the curses that the Most High God put on us. Now put the signs.
Verse 46. They shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So these curses was going to be a sign upon the Israelites. What is the sign? If you wanted to come to this fair and they tell you this fair is going to be located on Pacific and Florence, how would you know how to get here? By looking at the signs, right? You will look for the Florence sign. That's what the sign, the curses are. So these curses were going to be signs to the Israelites to what? To identify them, okay? Identification, all right? Now give me 37.
Verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
Do you know what byword means? It means another word that the Most High didn't call you. If the Most High called you Issachar, a byword would be Mexican, okay? It's like calling you a beaner. It's an offensive word, right? Oh, you're a beaner, man. Or a wetback. Don't they call you that? Or an immigrant. You're an immigrant. Isn't that an offensive word? Mexican is an offensive word because Mexican is not in the Bible. You're from the tribe of Issachar.
That's right.
You're not a Mexican. The Spanish gave you that name while you were slave. Okay? Now, what is your tribe, brother? I want to hear it. Can you say your tribe? What was that?
Yes, right.
Issachar, bro. Say it proudly, you know what I'm saying? It's like a badge of honor, okay? When you go and write your job application, correct? What do you have to put down as your nationality in your job application? Yeah, Hispanic, right? I think now they say Hispanic white Hispanic, something like that. You see that, right? You're like, what? I'm gonna put other. I'm gonna put Indian. Because that was the closest thing we could do, right? But now, you know what to put down, bro. Okay? You're gonna put down Mexican or Hispanic so you can get the job. We gotta be wise in this country, okay? But in your mind, give me Proverbs 23:7. In your mind, you have to know that you're from the tribe of Issachar, okay? You're not a Mexican, okay? That brother right there, that sister, they're not Mexicans. They're not Latinos, okay? These brothers right here, they're not African American. I'm not a Guatemalan. We are Israelites. They're from the tribe of Judah. I'm from the tribe of Zebulon.
That's right.
From the tribe of Issachar, okay?
Right. Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
So your heart is your mind. Prove that your heart is your mind. Because we got to prove all things, right? So you can have understanding, okay? So you can understand, right? That's what we're here for, okay? Okay, we're your brothers, okay?
Mark chapter 7 and verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of man, proceed evil thoughts.
So where do you think? ¿A dónde piensas? Corazón o tu mente? It's your brain, right? You think with your brain, not with your heart, right? Your heart just pumps blood. your mind does what? If you think something in your head and you say it, what are you doing it with your mind? With that.
Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
So when you think in your mind, I'm just a Mexican, tell me something glorious, something really good, glorious about the Mexican. Something to be really, really proud of that makes you better than the white man. Tell me something about your culture that makes you better than the white man. That you will be proud to tell your children and your children's children. Okay. But how can you prove that? How do you prove that? But you can prove it when you tell them you're from the tribe of Issachar, because God gave you this land. You understand that? So they got stolen because you broke the commandments. Okay? Now, when you think in your mind, I'm an Issachar, the Most High said something about the Israelites. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. Okay? Now I'm going to give you something to be proud of, bro. Something to tell your children, okay? Write this down. Write this down, bro. So you can teach your children. Okay?
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
A what?
A holy people.
So we're a separate people. We're meant to be separate. You understand that, bro? Okay?
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
So the Most High God said, blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians, that we're a special people. Okay, go on.
Unto himself.
Unto himself possessive. He doesn't care about nobody else. He only cares about us. Go on.
Above all people.
So now, brother, in your mind, as an Issacharite, as an Israelite, in your mind, you put the scripture in your mind, bro. You are above all people.
That's right.
So when you think that in your mind, how are you going to walk? Are you going to walk with your head down? Damn, I'm Mexican. Damn, nobody likes us. Damn, look, they're gangbanging over there. They're prostituting over there. They're selling drugs over there. My sisters are twerking over there. That's what they look when they see our people. Okay? Go on. That's good. So we're a nation above all people.
That's right.
Now, give me now that you know, now you have that obligation, okay? It was a blessing and a cursing. What do you want? You want the blessing, right? So what are you gonna do now? Hit on Matthew 19:16. Because it's a question, right? Because look, I'm gonna show you an example. How long have you been in the truth, brother?
8, 9 months.
8, 9 months, okay? Have you ever been around us? No, right? This is your first time? How long have you been on our classes?
Probably about 6 months.
6 months. You see that? This brother, you're by yourself. You don't have no other brothers to be like, hey, shalom, brother, and just, get rejuvenated because of all the stuff that you have to go through during the week, correct? And you get beat down, but you're still here. And you came out here today. Why? Because you know who you are, right?
That's right.
And what are you trying to do today? When you came in the truth, what did you start beginning to do?
Well, I started to learn.
There's one thing I want to hear.
I repented.
And started doing what? Simple. What weren't you doing in the world?
I stopped following.
I just want to hear one thing. What are you doing now that you weren't doing in the world?
Like sin.
You're keeping the commandments now.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to hear. Because back in the world, we weren't keeping the commandments, correct?
Right.
Now, Mario, right? Now you have to keep the commandments. Go on, read it.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So somebody came up to Christ, right? He's like, Master, what should I do to inherit the kingdom of heaven? Go on.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good?
So Christ humbled himself. Christ was on top. Christ had spiritual powers. He could read your mind. He could push you with just his words, just his aura, his force. He had spiritual powers where he made a tree wither. If you would see somebody go up to this tree and say, "Be gone, tree," and this tree would just turn into dust, would you be scared of that man? I would be scared of that man. So Christ, a powerful man, humbled himself and said, what?
There is none good but one. That is God.
And Christ was good. He was perfect. He walked without sin. That means you're perfect. When you have no sin, you're perfect. But he said there's no one good but God. And that destroys the Catholic doctrine of God, Christ, and the Holy Spirit being the same.
That's right.
Because he just referred to God as an individual, separate from himself. So they are not the same. They were same in the mind, meaning what? They kept the same will, the same doctrine. You understand that? Go on.
But if thou wilt enter into life.
So if you want to make it into the kingdom of heaven that's going to be established here on earth, what do you have to do?
Keep the commandments.
Read that again.
Keep the commandments.
One more time for our brothers and sisters walking around thinking that they're Christians,
Bring it out.
Catholics. Go on.
Keep the commandments.
So we have to keep the commandments, bro. You understand that? Now give me.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.